Episode 100. Hey guys, couldn't really make up my mind what to do. 100 episode, keep going, don't keep going, what to do on the episode. Well, let's stretch it out to start. Um, I'm very much tempted to cut the videos, but I think I'm gonna do it 101. That'll end the week. That'll be Sunday's episode, 101 episodes, and after that, I think maybe start something slightly new. It might still have the workout routine in it as something to keep my hands busy and something to do while talking. But it might be more of a general site update and might be like a Wednesday's show, a Wednesday and a Saturday show. Um, might be a Wednesday, Sunday show. Generally, if things go completely normally according to plan, we will record on Wednesday night and Sunday night. So it would be sort of like a pre-show check-in. Wednesdays in general are a very busy day for me. Sundays are very normal, not very much going on. As you can see, 100 episodes later, 25 pounds lighter, hair all combed, clean shaven. I don't know how much it shows up there, but the right near the bottom there, that big spot. So we did some Gralston. I think that's how you say it, but Graston maybe. Basically big metal torture instruments, and we're really working over that big thick spot at the bottom. Try and break up that stuff. It's may not really come across in the video, but it was properly black and blue bruised. It's a little bit yellow today. Yellow, and you don't get that dark yellow bruise as opposed to the black and blue it was on Friday. It was late night Saturday, basically Sunday morning. Yeah, that was a good check-in. We went over it very quickly yesterday when Cray was on the stream, and so we'll go over it in a little more detail here. We did more stair climbing. We did more ball throwing at the wall and catching it. We do a lot more like yoga. We do these push-ups that are very like back focused. In fact, I think a lot of what we're doing is very focused on the shoulder. I'm a little over-focused, I would say. I mentioned to my therapist that I had added a set of concentration curls with a 20-pound weight to my routine, just my daily routine. A very simple, you could almost call it, it's not really like a workout. Like all I did was just grab the weight, curl it 5 times on each arm, 3 sets, 15 total each arm. So not a lot going on there, but mentally and physically, I feel like it really helps the arm go in progress towards where I want to be, which is I'd like to get back to where I was. I think getting back to where I was would mean putting in an equivalent effort to, say, like if I was I would have to, if I was curling like 40 pounds before, then now I'd have to be doing an equivalent effort to increase that up to like a 50-pound curl. That's some sloppy math. I think essentially a lot of the things talk about, like you'll get, at a certain point, you'll get 75% of your strength back, no problem. And then you got to do a lot of recovery and stuff to get anything higher than that. So it'll always be a little bit lower. So I say, call it like a factor of 20% or 25, depending on how you call it. So, 1/5 of 50 is 10. So if I was doing 40, I'd need to do 50 to hit that equivalent. Or if you're pushing upwards, it's like 25% more effort. If I was curling 40 and I want to hit 50, I gotta do a quarter more, right? 25% more. Either way, it's more effort than you would have normally to achieve what you did previously. But all I really want to do get that shrink back to where it was. Honestly, it's pretty impressive because versus what I had before, which was the inability to do a curl. Um, I now can do a curl at least on par as if it were my left hand, which doesn't, it just excludes all the rest of the arm, which wasn't injured, which is just as strong as it ever was. You could say it's a lot of like downtime here. Honestly, I think I'm overall in a better shape than I was when we were doing PT today or on Friday. Uh, I was not nearly as tired, not nearly as winded, and stuff. It was like, hey, I'm in pretty good shape. Honestly, a therapist said like we're gonna start looking at a discharge here. I thought that's an interesting term to use, discharge. It doesn't feel like I'm in a hospital or in a care center, but discharge applies. Whatever. It's a semantic thing. Um, so yeah, and compared to, was it damn near 2 months ago when I was freaking out that they were discharging me and I was not ready. When they were saying we're thinking about discharges, okay, as long as we have a plan going into it, and you're here, so we're discharging you. Then you've made this much progress. This is what I want you to do at home. That kind of thing. I think it only makes sense. It's honestly, I'm strongly tempted to add a daily workout routine on somewhere near on par to what I've been doing at the PT. Uh, there was a time earlier in the PT where it was like solid, just good exercise routine and progress health wise. It was just like I feel better, I feel stronger, I can feel my progress. Um, I'll show you what I'm thinking of. There's this one routine where you're doing these like ducking uppercuts with weight, and early on those were like real killers, and then as the weeks went on, it was like, okay, I can do these, and I'll kind of start looking forward to them. But they were like, you ducked and you uppercut, and then you ducked and you uppercut, and you stood up when you uppercut. And yeah, like the first time I did those, I was like, jelly legs. And then now I'm like, yeah, those are interesting. And the only real fuckers when they up the weight on you. They give you like a heavier weight to uppercut with. Um, I like the encouragement it has for me to like move, like really move. Um, I don't know if it's like age or sedentary, like laziness, lifestyle or what, but yeah, like I get in there and I'm like, yeah, I don't really like move myself around like I did. I think it's a combination of age, lifestyle, and uh, a reduction in activity that was sort of protective and like fostered upon me, foisted maybe. I fostered it within myself, and it was also kind of put upon me in that arm is injured, so maybe you don't take out the trash, maybe you don't do the vacuuming, maybe you don't change the cat box and stuff. Like, I can definitely take out the trash. I can definitely do the vacuuming. I can definitely change the cat box. Did it today. So these are all things that I was like intimidated or some scared would be a good way to put it of doing at one point, and now I'm not. I'm not scared of. I mean, at one point I literally couldn't take that 20-pound barbell and like curl it, and now I can. And I keep hitting that idea and talking about it, but it's because it's truly the proof in the pudding that the surgery took and the recovery is progressing, and a thing you couldn't do before you can again. Um, how well you can do it or whatever is just going to be up to effort. Uh, I have taken one time, grabbed the 45-pound barbell that I used to do concentration curls of 30 reps, 3 sets of 10 uh, on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and I did one very slow, careful curl with it, and I could do it. But it was like a very thoughtful and controlled, and I didn't think about whether I needed to do another one. I didn't think about whether it was hurt. Like, just check, make sure it was slow and concentration curl. So uh, that's possible. That's a thing I can do. and perhaps one day I'll be able to do as many as I could before, and maybe even more. Uh, if I can get myself up to doing 3 sets of 10 on that again, I would call myself 100% recovered. Right now, I would say, yeah, 75% is a sloppy, easy guess as to where I'm at, which is tremendous, right? We're talking about something close to zero and now something close to 75%. It's huge. Um, I've been able to pick up my nephews and like hold them up and carry them around and fuck around with them. It's great. Um, I've been doing all kinds of activities that I couldn't before. When's the last time I threw a ball? I think I talked about that when we started doing that exercise again at the PT. But it was like, when's the last time I threw a ball at a wall and caught it? I don't know. I'm so out of practice with it that I'm like, like half the time I'm chasing it. I don't know about half the time, but I'm chasing it quite a bit. The bless their heart, some of the other therapists are like, like they're kind of like joshing you, and you're like, all right, you know. I can be pretty sensitive to that shit, but I'm like, hey man, like I couldn't do this like 2 weeks ago, so give me a break. I'd like to do it more frequently. It's really weird as we ramp it down, looking towards a discharge. I almost want like a month where we hit it super hard on the way out. Uh, that might be frustrating to them because they might sort of perceive that as me looking for like a physical trainer as opposed to a physical therapist. I think I could reproduce a lot of what we do there at home. And I can tell you for sure when it's not a one-on-one video I'm doing here, like doing the exercises, I knock them out considerably faster. So it would be a time saver, but we are talking 8 minutes to 12 minutes or something. It's not like I get my whole day back. Excuse me, I'm pretty pooped out. I really wanted to not do an exercise. I hadn't even done an exercise today. I did a lot of my other workout, and I did a big walk, and I did a lot of activity, but I didn't sit down and do an exercise. And what I hope is that I'll keep on these exercises, and maybe we'll talk about this more tomorrow. I do fear that if I don't sit down and record something, I might break my routine. I'll be breaking the routine anyway, like no matter how you cut it. So it might be one of those things where you set a reminder in your phone, like time to do the PT, time to do your workout. That would be a thing. Maybe incorporate the PT into a larger workout. So carve out, 30 or 40 or up to an hour, 30, 40, 60 minutes. That's like, this is a workout, including your PT or something. And you couple that with the fact that I'm doing, bare minimum 5+ mile walks. Sometimes they're 8 miles a day, and that takes me 2+ hours, 2 to 3 hours, depending on how focused I am on that, not fucking around on my phone and walking around listening to shit and not really focusing on going. Because I do it by mileage, not time. So sometimes if I'm really focused on walking, then walking speed means I get the total miles done quicker. So it's like going to be a real challenge as this starts to like wind down of discipline and keeping myself focused and recovering. Building, not just recovering, but improving, building up strength and stuff. A little wistful. I'm just a romantic guy or whatever, So I think about all this stuff. But so hopefully we'll get a new series going with Cray. We're wrapping up Soulstorm, which we were just playing the Oddworld Soulstorm for fun. But I'm glad we didn't record it because it's a real frustrating game and not the funnest thing to watch other people do, because it's a low fault tolerance game. It really has you restarting a lot. I'm glad Wolfenstein is really ramping up on the interest in watching, and hopefully we'll get another one of those put up tonight. Then we'll see what we do after that. Maybe something where I'm on the stick sometime soon. Been looking to do a Romance of the Three Kingdoms from Koei run where it's just like a one big blast through of the whole game as fast as I can and just talk about that game because that game was a thing for me growing up. And there's just not a lot of videos out there where people show it love. Um, there's a ton of games around here to fuck around. I'm playing on Immortals, but Immortals it's kind of just a big marquee game, and I don't know that I bring anything interesting to it. It is a good time sink when I'm just like, put on something to fucking listen to, put on some podcasts and shit, and play it away. Yeah, I thought I'd give myself a little extra time here, so sorry if those of you are looking for a shorter video. Keep hitting the upvotes. If you see them, it really helps me out mentally. Tell anybody that's recovering, that's into video games, that these videos are out there, and they can see the progress from when I was in the kitchen to now, where I'm like, hey, no big problem, no big deal, and that the fact that it's not always just the thing you're recovering from, but sometimes it's like shoulder, and sometimes it's mental, and some days I was tired, and some days I'm tall and straight. So we're gonna check in one more time tomorrow, and then we'll see what we do. We'll figure out a new routine, probably 2 or 3 days a week. Maybe I'll do a little bit of a video during my routine, and then like cut it off and finish the routine or something. So maybe the video part where I talk will be shorter. Like maybe I'll just do the stretches and stuff, and then we'll cut the video off there, and I'll do the rest of the routine off video. Anyway, why am I thinking about it on video? You guys you're gonna see what I do, or you don't watch what I do. But tell people, leave comments. I love it. I don't the human, the man, the people, the woman, the human that's out there striving. They only need so little hope and encouragement. It's like a click, upvote. Hey, great! It makes such a big difference. And we might start talking about other people and other channels and stuff that we collaborate with a little bit more often as this shifts away from the workouts and the recovery to more of like just the Hermit's Quarters. We've been talking about doing some commentary tracks for films. I had an epiphany today that there's movies out there that are just straight up public domain, and they're movies that Andy and I like. Say Night of the Living Dead. You can just watch it. It's free. It's nobody owns it. Well, there's certain versions of it that's different, but we can put up a copy of that and talk over it and talk about whatever we want and just put it on the site. So we diversify and try different things and see if we see what else we stumble across besides just games. All right, guys. Thanks so much. We'll see you tomorrow, and maybe a new series coming.